and for others who live in fear of becoming fat. Body respect helps you understand the damaging ramifications that the thin is better mindset has on people of all sizes and on health inequalities. It makes a persuasive case for a new approach that helps you champion patient dignity and high-quality science. We teach you how to advise people of any size with compassion and body-honoring prescriptions that will guide them toward better health, not toward a certain weight, which will in turn make your job more rewarding. As a guide, at the end of the book, you will hear about a healthcare provider, Billy, and her patient Janet, and the challenges they face in managing Janet's diabetes. Billy's experience, which compares conventional practice with an HAES-based approach, illustrates the positive, transformative promise of HAES when adopted by the medical community. Third, we want to reach out to policymakers and change agents, people on the front lines of community development and their allies in public health, working to reduce health inequalities. Where social differences in access to nutritious foods and the personal circumstances needed to be regularly active have been made all too starkly obvious, it's easier to keep our focus on improving individuals' ability to adopt more healthful lifestyle habits. Undoubtedly, eating and exercising affect well-being, and not everyone has access to the material means to be active and eat well. So this social inequity needs to be addressed. But these inequities need attention because they're a travesty. Challenging inequity is its own justification and should not require a health improvement checklist to legitimate action. That said, lifestyle doesn't have nearly as much impact on anyone's health as the anti-obesity brigade would have us believe. In fact, the non-material or social effects of living with deprivation and discrimination account for a huge portion of the social gradient in health, much more than that attributed to health behaviors. Yes, everyone needs access to a standard of living that includes good food and the chance to move. But maintaining the primacy of the individual lifestyle focus without being transparent about larger influences is an affront to people living in disadvantage, as it reduces their ill health to poor choices and blames them, all the while contributing to the stigma and judgmental thinking that fuels their oppression, worsens their health, and expands the health divide between the advantaged and disadvantaged. We're vocal about size equality as an issue of social justice. It matters that larger people get judged poorly because of their weight, while thinner people are awarded advantages for their size, and these forms of oppression and privilege need to be challenged. We're against dieting not only because it compromises health and has actually been proven to cause weight gain in the long term, but also because it feeds weight stigma. We don't tell people being fat gives you a heart attack, just like we wouldn't tell someone with yellow teeth that the color of their teeth is going to give them lung cancer. We do ask why the social factors that impact nutrition-sensitive diseases like hypertension and diabetes aren't more widely publicized. In short, we look at what's really behind illness and health, and the truth might surprise you. Hint, it's not fatness. We could add that the book is also for a fourth audience, the skeptics. But we imagine that camp has members in all of the other three groups. For those who are having a hard time believing that fat is not the problem, stay with us. We know that you may find this book challenging, even aggravating. Already we realize your natural skepticism may be rising to the fore. We all know many people are overweight, you may be insisting. That there's an obesity crisis underway. How can these authors just give up on getting people to lose weight for their own sake? Or even, how can I, knowing what I know about obesity, in good conscience consider setting all that aside and let people feel better about being fat? If they stop caring, won't their weight and poor eating habits spiral even further out of control? We ask you to hold those thoughts. Jot your frustrations down if you must, or dictate an angry memo into your smartphone. But then please listen on, because one of the discoveries available to students of HAES, if still unrecognized by too many in the medical and health policy arenas, is that what we think we know about fatness isn't based on actual fact. Alarmingly, neither is what we think.